So Carl Baker has left Coventry City after failing to make a single appearance in his return to the club. The midfielder arrived from Indian side ATK but struggled with a calf injury early into his time back at the Ricoh Arena. Today the club confirmed that he was leaving by mutual respect. Baker was hoping to roll back the years on his return to the Sky Blues, but injuries put paid to that plan. Coventry issued a statement today confirming that the 35-year-old midfielder has left the club by mutual consent. The statement explained, Coventry City can confirm the termination of midfielder Carl Baker's contract with the club. Carl was on a pay-as-you-play contract with the Sky Blues, and worked hard with the Coventry City medical team to try to get fit in time for the end of the season. Unfortunately, this was not possible and his agreement with the club has been terminated by mutual consent. Boss Mark Robins admittedly recently that injuries would prevent Baker from being involved this season. Baker has been battling against a calf strain ever since he recovered from an Achilles injury that forced him to cut short his spell in India. And Robins fears the 35-year-old won't be able to make himself available to make his big return to the team and help with the final push for promotion. Asked last month if Baker was likely to feature, Robins replied, "No, he's injured." As to whether he hoped to see him before end of season, he added, "Listen, we brought him in on the basis of seeing if he could get himself fit, so I gave him that chance. But nothing's changed. He still has his calf problem, which is as good as it has been, but he still isn't able to join in with training. We brought him in and would love to see him get fit, but I think the season will beat him, really. It's a shame, but he will keep going. You know what he's like. He's tenacious, and if he can get anywhere near it he will." This is how the fans reacted. At Duffy CCFC, he played a record 0 games, 0 hours, 0 minutes and 0 secs, scoring 0 goals. At celeb salary, it's a shame, but given it has started to look like Jody Jones will be fit to play sooner than Bakes, it seems a sensible decision all round. At Alan Smith 80, shame that he didn't have a single bad game for us this season. At Rand, did he actually arrive? At Michael Friel, even Yakubu lasted longer. At Propel, was it something we said? At Plimgold, all the best. Thank you for your service. Sean Byrne, top man, top player, he did his utmost to get fit, and it's a real loss to the club. Best of luck Carl. Stephen Kavanagh, massive contribution this season. A minute's applause shall be held before Saturday's match. Mark Elson, Yakubu all over again. New talent spotter Chris Badlin is Coventry City's new head of recruitment, the club have confirmed. The talent spotter arrives from Norwich City, where he had been in charge of all European scouting. Badlin previously held a role at Wolves, and his arrival has excited those at the Ricoh Arena. Dave Boddy, chief executive at Coventry City, said, "We are delighted to bring Chris to the club. Chris has experience with top clubs in England and starts with us immediately. He is very enthusiastic about the role and will be a real asset for Coventry City, with a strong network of contacts both in this country and abroad." Unlike previous changes in recruitment staff, thanks to the work to create a recruitment department, the transition will be seamless. We are pleased that Stuart Bentham, the club's recruitment analyst, continues in his role and the club's recruitment database remains, so the club and Chris are in a strong position to hit the ground running going into the summer. Badlin said, "I'm very pleased to have been appointed head of recruitment at Coventry City. It is a fantastic club, and I am looking forward to starting in the role. Obviously we are approaching a key time of year, and I will be working closely with Mark Robins and the club in this busy period." More Sky Blues news. Mark Robins will be kept up to date with results elsewhere during this weekend's decisive League 2 match against Morecambe. But Robins has warned his Sky Blues to shut out distractions and take control of their own playoff destiny. Both Coventry and Morecambe only need a point, for very different reasons, when they meet at the Ricoh Arena on Saturday afternoon. A draw would confirm a playoff place for the promotion-chasing hosts and would keep the relegation-battling visitors in the division. Coventry winning could see them finish in a higher position and face a lower-placed rival in the playoff semis. We might choose to keep up to date with the situation, but we just need to concentrate on what we do. That is really important. The players just need to go out and enjoy it. They have a real chance to achieve something. If we can get into those playoff places, then it will be a monumental effort because it has been a difficult season. This will be a really tough game against a difficult opposition. It is tough to know how they are going to go about their game. Will they sit deep? Will they be brave? I have got no thought other than getting what we need from tomorrow's game. Robins insists the mood in the camp is good ahead of the season-defining fixture and believes the Legends Day presence of former favorites will give the atmosphere an extra boost. "I am excited. I am looking forward to the game," he said. The players had a breather at the start of the week and they are in good spirits. "All I can ask for is that they are focused and looking forward to the game. There are plenty of supporters coming to the game, so it will be a nice day. We know it is a tough one and a really tough scenario. They have to get a point and we have to get a point. I just want the players to go out and enjoy it. I want them to embrace it. We need to continue that momentum that we picked up last week." Is Legends Day tomorrow at the Ricoh too. There are going to be a lot of ex-players and some individuals who have some real history with this football club, and it will be great if we can do it in front of them. It's going to be a nice day and hopefully we can put that real graft in and get the result that we need. The Lowdown on Morecambe by Andy Turner. Coventry City's last day opponents Morecambe face arguably the biggest game in the club's history. 11 years on from the Wembley playoff win that got the Shrimps into the Football League, their survival depends on the final 90 minutes of the season this Saturday. Lying 22nd in the League Two table, they face a Sky Blues side still looking to guarantee their place in the playoff places. Jim Bentley's men know a draw would be enough to relegate Barnet, even if they defeat already relegated Chesterfield. However, they will have to improve markedly on the display which saw them beaten by Barnet at the Ricoh Arena last weekend. Here, Dara Quinn, who covers the club for BBC Local Radio, gives the lowdown on the opposition ahead of the make-or-break fixture for both clubs. Just how big a game is it for Morecambe this weekend? It's massive, probably the biggest game since they have been in the Football League to be honest, says Quinn. There's so much at stake. It's their 11th season in the Football League, so it's huge. Everyone is very nervous after being beaten by Barnet last week when all they needed was a point. Jim Bentley has spoken about an uncertain future, but what's the general feeling about the job he's done? He's done an amazing job over the years, been there 16 years in all, 7 as manager. Just keeping them in the league every season is an amazing achievement considering the budget. As an individual he's always been very popular with the fans. He's a hero and a legend. The players definitely need to show the sort of character and passion he has because they failed to show that against Barnet last week, and that's what most of the fans have been annoyed about really, and the fact that they just can't score goals. Who are the key men? It's difficult really. Callum Lang and Kevin Ellison are the only players who look like scoring goals, to be honest. What's Bentley's preferred formation? They have played largely 4-2-3-1 for most of the season. Given that they need a point to guarantee safety, do you expect Morecambe to take a cautious approach at the Ricoh Arena? Who knows? The fans are saying, go out and attack. If they score 4, we score 5. They were pretty cautious against Barnet last week and it didn't do them any favors. Most people would take a point right here and now, snap your hand off for it. Are the fans concerned about the fact that they are playing a side who have plenty to play for themselves in terms of needing a point to secure their place in the playoffs? I think everyone would be nervous whoever Morecambe were playing, to be honest. The form Morecambe are in at the minute isn't great against any team. They have not beaten Chesterfield, they lost to Crewe, lost to Barnet twice this season, so it doesn't matter who they play really. In fact, they have been better against the higher-placed sides. They've beaten Wycombe twice, beat Exeter at home, drew at home to Luton and were unlucky to lose 1-0 at Kenilworth Road. They lost twice to Accrington 1-0 and beat Coventry 2-0. They have been pretty solid in games but just can't score. They can take confidence from the fact that they tend to play better against the better teams and they've done that for a number of years really. How many fans will be traveling to the Ricoh? They have put on free coaches and 9 are going so far, so it's pretty good because we usually only have about 60 to 100 fans at away games. They took quite a few to Accrington and Carlisle, but this will be up there, I would imagine. It's such a massive game and everyone will be on tenterhooks. Final word, it's so frustrating because they have thrown it away so many times. Lost to Barnet last week, 89th minute against Crewe, 92nd minute against Stevenage. It's been in their hands for so long and they've messed it up time and again. There's no way they're the second worst team in that league. No way on earth, but you are where you deserve to be.